Hello, everyone. Good evening and happy March. Happy to be coming to you on the first Wednesday of the month. No, I will not be going 4 hours, but maybe we will make it the full hour. Hi, everyone. My name is Bernard Helen. I'm the owner of Mini Prints, and thank you for joining us this evening. Last broadcast was a huge success with over 150 views on YouTube, and I'm very excited to be coming to you live from Miniature Printer Land. It's really fun for me to look back and see the progress from a month ago, and I've got some things to share with you tonight. I'd like to give you a quick update of the changes to the new space. As I mentioned on the last broadcast, talk a little bit about the Mini Prints of the Month Club, share what I'm working on, unveil some new projects and some upcoming projects, unveil the new sticker and a contest, an exciting new contest for a $50 Mini Prints gift card. And of course, as always, answer questions. But before that, two very, very important things. First, some hellos. Hello to Steve 87th, to Sparky 107, Wigwag Workshop. Of course, Human City Junction. Who else is in the room? I see Jim Dustin. Looking forward to the TVs as well. And yes, I have lots of ladders. I do have Heath's ladder. I have this one actually is 21 feet. So I think Heath would be able to get to the very top of his room because we have also very high ceilings here. But more about the space in a moment. Who else is here? Say hello to, let's see, Anthony Dodge. Hello, greetings. Have I missed anyone? Carolina Foothills. Let's see who else is here. Mike B, hello. Chris, hey, good to see you, Chris. Thanks so much for your comment. That's really kind of you. It's been a really busy, really fun month, and I'm super, super excited to share with you guys some of the things I've been working on. But we have a very, very important housekeeping detail before we get any further. So, as you know, across the street from me is a brewery called Henderson. And I'm making it a tradition that on the first Wednesday of every month, just before I go live, I'm going to walk across the street and see what's in the fridge. Now, if any of you are in the greater Toronto area or are planning on a trip to Toronto, you have to come with me across the street. We will go our first stop before trains, before anything. We will go to the brewery. So we have a decision to make tonight, and the decision is as follows. The first one up is the multi-grain porter. It's a 6%. The label looks very model railroady. Let me see if I can go bigger on that. Let's go bigger. All right, hang on. Back in. Okay, malting silo. Malting silo is a multigrain porter. It's 6%. Toasty bread crust, milk chocolate, mild espresso, berries, touch of rye spices, and a lingering roast. Beside that is the origin story, 6%. It is an oyster beer. It is a roasty and malty, medium-bodied delight featuring sweet and briny notes of oysters and a clean, dry finish. It is actually made with oysters. Next up is the Earl Grey Cup, which is an English brown ale with, believe it or not, Earl Grey tea. And finally, yes, they do have, that is an English brown ale. So Wigwag, that looks like that would be your choice, the Earl Grey Cup, English brown ale with Earl Grey tea. And finally, the last one in the picture over there is the Barbarians Rare Ale, a creamy amber ale with notes of caramel, vanilla, spicy hops, toasty malt, and oak tannins. Okay, so my wife is voting the Earl Grey. I think that would be Wigwag's vote as well. Dan wants the porter malting silos. I love me a good porter too. I got to say, there's nothing like a good porter. All right, so last beer and trains. Beer and trains. That is what it is all about. Sparky 107. Get yourself down here to Mini Prints World Headquarters Miniature Printerland, and it will all be about beer and trains all day. Okay, so we've got a vote for the porter malting silos. We've got another vote for the porter. My wife is saying Earl Grey. I might have to bring that home to her. Sparky's saying Earl Grey. Okay, so it's between the Earl Grey and the malting silos. Who wants to? Okay, Hector, you win. You were the casting vote. English Earl Grey. Now, don't worry. I promise you, I will drink all of them. Okay, so follow me for a second. We're going to go over here. We're going to grab a cold one out of the beer fridge. Go. So let's just go grab the cold ones. All right. Earl Grey Cup. There we go. Banging into everything. All right, sorry about that. So I think I should probably actually, I'm going to open it. Okay. So I'm back, and I will sample the oh my goodness. Oh man, I wish you guys were here. That is Earl Grey Cup. That is good. You can actually taste the Earl Grey. Holy moly, man, that is really good. So I figured, since I got this 2-camera thing set up this time, just wasn't working last time. I'd show you around the space a bit. Because after choosing the beer, the next thing on the agenda was just to let you know how the space is going. And it's actually, it feels like home, I have to say. There's a lot of art up. Well, art being signs. Printers are in. We've been printing here nonstop for a month. There's an X on the spot, which I will talk about in a minute. What else? Kitchen set up with all the comforts of home. Got the tool chest in. Here, I'll show you one more thing. Got the printer cabinets in with the railroad signs, and I'll show you the last thing. This was just something I put in today. I created a mural, and the mural is of what this neighborhood looked like back in the day. So let me just show you that, and then we'll get on to business. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't realize you could zoom in. Okay, so what you're looking at up there is you're looking at 9 panels of output, which I created in Photoshop from old pictures from the Toronto archives. And I had some windows up there that were all boarded up. so you couldn't actually see out them. So I figured I'd create a scenario like there actually was a window. And the first 5 panels are the building that I'm sitting in right now, back in, I think, 1913. And then the next 4 panels are the streetscape. And if you remember, that big building in the tall skyscraper is actually the one that you can see, right out the window there. So it's kind of a streetscape of what this place looked like. And the really cool part is on panel 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a boxcar, and I'll see if I can just zoom in on that for you guys, because it's a Grand Trunk boxcar. So it didn't really zoom in. I'm not sure how much you could see, but take my word for it. There's a boxcar there. All right, so enough of the fun. Beer studio tour. Let's get down to business. All right. So yeah, lots of cool. It is kind of loft-like in here. I mean, I could build something, I suppose. There's certainly a lot of space up there. There's the mural up there. There's the building out the window. Yeah, I mean, it feels like home. I'm just sort of working away. It's a pretty tall space and it's a lot of fun. So what did I promise next? We've talked about the beer. We've talked about the space. I've probably produced about 150 orders in here in the last month. And it's really feeling like home. Backlog, thanks for the question, Dan. Actually, I was going to get to that later, but that's a really good point. I'm pretty much caught up. So the orders I'm working on right now, and the last bunch of them, there are 8 of them here, and they're ready to go out tomorrow, are from the 14th. So that's 2 weeks back. But once those are gone out, the oldest order will be about a week old. So if you have an order in the queue from the big sale, I'm down from about 100 orders in the queue to about 25 now. So pretty much caught up, I would say, compared to where we were. And if you haven't received your order, you will very soon. And as Hector is attesting, the orders are getting out. So I'm really, really pleased that we're pretty much caught up. I would say if the order hasn't gone out, it will go out tomorrow. Certainly by the end of this week, I hope to be back to what I consider my service standard, which is all orders produced within 4 to 5 days of receiving them. Within limitations, obviously. I mean, most orders anyway. Australia, yeah. I mean, it's interesting. There are a couple of orders that there was a period in October where for some reason, all the orders that were going to Australia went on the slow boat, and some of those never arrived. They just disappeared off the face of the earth. So I've resent 2 of those orders out to Australia. All the orders that I've sent out recently to Australia, New Zealand, etc., are going out by Small Packet Air. I haven't heard that they've been received yet, but Small Packet Air is going to be significantly better than a slow boat. So the answer is yes. I think they probably are getting out to Australia. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. So let me add this to the stream. And I'm going to move to the next slide. And we've talked about what am I drinking. So hopefully you guys can see that. I will just remove the iPhone from the stream. I have to say, so far, this is going a little bit better than it was last week. I did practice today with my wife on the microphone. So if the 2-camera, multi-camera knocks out, somebody just let me know. Mini Prints Monthly. So this is something that I mentioned last month that I wanted to talk about very briefly. Just for those who don't know, I put together a monthly box of mini prints. And the idea behind that is they're all HO scale only, and it's production line. So the idea is I get to pick what goes in the box, and it's very much streamlined. So the idea is to get them all out, relatively easily. It's actually turned into about a week's worth of work. But the advantage is for $25, you get about $50 worth of mini prints. So what I'm trying to do is deliver more for less, and do so in a fun way. Mini Prints of the Month Club subscribers are kind of the, oh, Dwight says he's here with no sound. Okay. Is that just Dwight, or is anyone else not getting sound? If someone could let me know, that would be great. The idea behind it is to very happy with subscription box. Oh, that's great. Okay, that's really nice. I was going to ask, is there anybody here who does get the subscription box? This is the first time, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that I've heard my wife say that. Usually she does not hear a word I say, or she won't admit to hearing a word I say. So at least I've got this on record now, and it'll live on in the broadcast. I'm really glad that there are some Mini Prints of the Month Club subscribers here, because I don't really want to talk about it too much in terms of just other than letting people know that it's available. If people are happy with, I think they are, they can chime in. But the idea behind it is that the Mini Prints of the Month Club subscribers get more for less, but they're also the people that get it first. They're the people that they're the guinea pigs in a good way. They get more, they get it first, they get it early, they get the fun stuff, the new stuff. And there are some instances where Mini Print of the Month Club subscribers have received things that have never been released, and that no one else will get. Last year, we did a wonderful contest where Nick at ITLA made up a special little shed that I asked him to create specifically for the Mini Prints of the Month Club subscribers. And we held a Mini Prints contest. I want to do something like that again with Nick. So that will be coming. I haven't quite figured out what we will build. We could do the shed again, but there are many more Mini Prints of the Month Club subscribers now than there were then. But if anyone has a suggestion, I'd really love to hear it. So that's a little bit about Mini Prints of the Month Club. I'll talk a little bit later on when I'm sharing some of the things I'm working on as to what the Mini Print of the Month Club subscribers might be able to look forward to this month. And does anyone, actually now's a great time to welcome a few new people. So hello, Andrew. Hello, Adam. Hello, Sean. Thank you for joining. Hello, Anthony. Who else is here now? Dwight is here. That's great. David is here. And Jesse, good. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Onwards. So next up, oh yeah, what's new? And I guess now's a great time also just to pause for a minute and see, does anyone have any questions? Anybody have any thoughts about Mini Prints of the Month Club? And I will say to Dan, let me show your comment there, Dan. Nick at ITLA is great. And we work very closely with him. As a matter of fact, let me find my canoes. Canoes, here we go. So I created a canoe. And I'm not the first person to create a 3D printed canoe. I actually painted this one up for HBC. Kind of fun. But I asked Nick if he would laser cut wooden paddles. So my 3D printed canoe, the Mini Prints 3D printed canoe, comes with genuine birch 3D printed ITLA paddles. So Nick does incredible work. I love doing joint ventures with him. Which reminds me, I'm going to go get the camera. Hold tight for 1 sec. For what's new, I'm going to try and do a 2-camera setup so I can show you exactly what's new. All right. All right. Bear with me for 1 second while I arrange the camera the way I want it so you can actually see what I'm going to show you. All right. That would do it. Chat amongst yourselves. Excellent. All right. What did I miss? So what's new? And I wanted to start off with this because this is really exactly what I wanted to happen with this coming to you once a month live. Because last month, exactly a month ago, first Wednesday of February. Let me just turn down the volume on my phone. There we go. It's getting a little feedback. I showed you some lights, some flickering flames that I was creating. And I talked about it. And Trevor, I don't know if Trevor's on tonight, but he posted a comment when I was talking about these little flames that I'd created, these flickering fire flames. And he said that would be cool in a potbelly stove. That immediately got the creative juices flowing. And immediately we created a potbelly stove, which is actually gone on to be the best selling item of the month. So it's exactly these types of suggestions, comments, ideas that I was hoping, and the dialogue that I was hoping to start on these things. So if you see anything that you want, if you have any ideas, now is a great time to share, to pipe up, because they will get made. Not all of them will get made immediately, but in Trevor's case, these potbelly stoves got made, and they're really fun. Okay, what else? So that was the potbelly stove. What else has been new in the last month? Oh, look at that. Forgot I had a little video in there. Potbelly stoves actually flicker. That's kind of fun. Okay. I actually, thanks. I will talk about that. Dan has made a great comment. So that is going to be, it's a big comment. I don't know whether I can show it. I can't show it. I do have updates on that. And I will actually touch on the updates in a minute. So I'll talk a little bit just about the projects for this month, and then I'll go back and I will recap on the police officer, the Lobster Boat, and some other stuff. So coming up soon. So hang tight. I will address that momentarily, Dan. Okay, so I have been going Flickr crazy. And what I mean by Flickr crazy is I showed that little flickering fire a month ago, which led to Trevor's comment about the potbelly stove. I think at that time I showed a flicker fire in a garbage can, and I thought, you know what, it's more a burn barrel. It's more like the 55-gallon oil drums that you see the fire in. So that led to the flicker fire barrel. And the gentleman warming his hands on the barrel. And then I thought, what else flickers? So Tvs Flicker. So that led to a line of 3 different televisions, a 1950s TV, a 1960s TV, and a 1970s TV, which I've created but not listed yet. So if you can think of anything that flickers with fire, I have created a new line of mini prints called minilights. And the idea behind the minilights are, and I'm just playing around with 3D prints and LEDs. So if you can think of something that will combine a 3D print and an LED, and the jokey, stupid tagline is "Make your layout come to light," which is a play on, of course, my "Make your layout come to life." I'm having fun with this. I'm having fun adding, I guess, what I would call animation to 3D printing. Morgan, excellent. I have dumpsters. I have great 3D printed dumpsters. I have really, let me add this in if I can, really large, this is the O scale, really good 3D printed dumpsters. And I can guarantee, Morgan, that I will create and list dumpster fires. They'll probably be up, if not tomorrow, within the week. Adam, yes. Fire pit, exactly. That's also a great suggestion. Now for the fire pit, I'm trying to figure out, do I just give the flickering fire or do I actually create sort of the little pit? Adam, if you have a photograph of what you'd like to see, please send it to me, bernard@miniprints.com. There are so many different eras and styles. I'd love to see what you have in mind. So really interesting ideas. Love the fireplace, Edward. That is a great idea. Oh, that's a really interesting idea. Well, what I'd like to do, Steve, is I'm going to sell the flames, just the flames, with the flickering fire LEDs as well. So you'd be able to just get the flame with the flicker LED. And I wouldn't see any reason why you couldn't put that right on the top of the stack. So that's amazing. Thanks. Keep them coming, and I'll go back and I'll review the stream. But definitely there will be more flickering fire and more mini lights. And it's really interesting, Mike, that you said barbecue, because that's one of the things that I wanted to share with you. Let me see if I can zoom in here. Okay, that's really not. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let me make that a little bit bigger for you. So this could have a fire put in it. Okay. Let me go back. So I'll show a few other things. So those are great answers. Those are really great answers. Barbecue grills, I love it. All of these are totally, whoops, let me hide that. Whoops. All of these are totally doable. So thank you. Jack-o'-lanterns, Adam, we do have. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you on the website afterwards. If you go to miniprints.com/minilights, MINILIGHTS, you will see all of the mini lights to date. So that's one thing I've been working on. What else did I want to talk about? I'll talk about what's on the mat here just now, because these will be listed tomorrow. So I like to list, no, not tomorrow, sorry. Today's Wednesday, so Friday. I like to list new items every Friday. So Friday's the day to go to the website to take a look at what is new from Mini Prints. I'm trying to spread them out, but if I have something new, I tend to list them on Fridays. So coming up this Friday will be the barbecue. I've got a feeling that a dumpster fire is probably in the works. This is something I'm really happy with and really proud of. So this is a very specific, let me try doing this. No, this is a very specific tractor called an Oliver. And I had a request for an Oliver tractor. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. There we go. And now you can see it. And it turned out beautifully. I had a tractor on mini prints, but it was a generic tractor. And this was a specific request for someone who wanted 30 of them. He provided all of the drawings pretty much, right down to, well, not down to the blueprints, but pretty close. We were able to research it, and it's incredibly faithfully accurate. So this will get listed on Friday. And the other thing that I've been working on that's really kind of fun, that's going to go up this Friday, I think you've all seen the cacti. Let me just pull them out. Hang on, B, C. I'm looking over here because let me just move it around. So these are the bins with all the mini prints in them. So if you see me sort of go this way, it's because I'm looking for the cacti, which are right here. All right. So I'm not sure if you saw these. These got listed a couple weeks ago. So these are the Saguaro Cacti, and they're 5 or 6 different. Just let it focus. Sorry about that. There we go. There are 5 or 6 different. Oh, there are 2 there. How about that? There are 5 or 6 different designs. You get 5 per order. And they come in N scale and HO, and they come in all different sizes. But these were very popular. These were extremely, extremely popular. So I thought, what goes well with Saguaros? So believe it or not, and this is going to be hard to see, but perfect prickly pear. And let's see if it can focus on that. Yeah, there we go. We're almost there. So prickly pear cacti. So that's that'll be listed as well. And I'm trying to, there are like a million different varieties of prickly pears, and they're everything from 18 inches to 5 feet. So I'll probably pick something in between. I think these are scaled to be 2-3 feet tall. And they look really great. I'll get a better photograph so you can see the detail on them. All right, so those are a few of the things. There's one more thing that I'm really excited about before I give you an update on some other projects. So let me go back to what I've been working on. Okay, 2 things. Okay, so the fire burn barrel. The fire burn barrel that we talked about earlier comes with a figure warming his hands on the fire. And you might have seen earlier on the brief tour of the space, there was a X marks the spot. Well, meet Brett. Brett is my new part-time employee. Brett has been here for 3 weeks, and Brett is fantastic and the reason why we are pretty much all caught up. Brett was also the first live scan that I did in the new space. So that's my hope. And one of the reasons why I wanted a space was to do scanning. And he turned out really well. Live scanning is much better than 3D designing because you get subtle nuances. They're just folds in the clothing and just the way people naturally stand that are far more realistic when you actually 3D scan a person from real life. So I wanted to introduce everyone to Brett. Brett goes out with the fire burn barrels, and it's kind of fun. I wanted him to be the first scan in the new space. Okay, so let me actually just go back to that because I want to show you, I think I had another, oh yeah, so this is what's new. This is a project I'm really excited about. So when Sparky 107 visits, I will definitely scan him. Let me share that. I will capture his soul. Yes, I want to build up a whole library. So if he is into scanning, if he wishes to stand on the X marks the spot, I would be pleased to scan him, as well as anyone else who wants to show up. Actually, my wife has agreed to be scanned too. Now, let's keep it PG here, everyone. She is being scanned. My wife has just taken up equestrian riding, and she is being scanned in her full outfit, and she's going to be riding. So it's going to be really neat. I want to do a whole line of different, people in, different costumes. And so my wife has agreed to being scanned, and we're going to create an equestrian theme, which I think will be great. And yes, if Sparky 107 wants to be scanned, that would be great. I completely agree. He needs to bring wigs. That would be really cool. Yeah, so that's a little bit about the scanning. So back to what's new. I had someone contact me that they wanted a mobile home. Now, I think the mobile home that they wanted was more contemporary, but I went down the rabbit hole. Forgive me for a minute. I needed that. I went down the rabbit hole on campers, and I selected this, a Detroiter. And this is a Detroiter from, I believe, 1959. And I chose the 41-foot model because I think that scales out to about 5.5 inches in HO scale. And I wanted it to be substantial, not ridiculous. It's big enough that it has a bit of interest to it, but not so big that it can't be sent out. I think the real beauty of this model is a couple things. One of the things I'm really looking forward to, and we'll talk about this when we go to the Lobster Boat in a minute, are putting together kits. So things that go together. So I've got garden gnomes, I've got flamingos, I've got things that would naturally go in front of a mobile home. So I think it's going to be really fun to sort of put a little scene together. But the other thing that's really fun is I'm going to try and do this as a detachable 2-part unit. And what I mean by that is I want to do a detailed interior, somewhat detailed. So sofas, big pieces of furniture, and rooms, so that the shell actually fits on top of the base. So it'll be a little bit like a boxcar model. So let me try and let me remove that and let me split screen. See if I can do this. Hang on. I'm trying to group layout, press Shift 3. Hang on, Shift 3. Shift plus 3. All right. It's not working, but I'll go back to it in a minute. So the idea behind this is to actually, and I'm sure you get the idea. It's like a boxcar shell fits onto the base. Is I want the top of the camper to fit on top of the base with the wheels. The base will be fully furnished, so you can detail it. You can hang in drapery. You can put in lamps. You can light it. You can do things like that. Then put the shell on top, and you've got, to my mind, a mobile home that is far more detailed than anything else on the market. Don't hold me to this, and I don't promise, but I'm really trying hard to make that mobile home this month's Mini Prints of the Month kit. So it would be my desire, and what I'm trying to do is the Mini Prints of the Month Club goes out on the 15th of every month. So I'm hoping to have that finished and printed by the 15th of the month. If I can't make it this month, then it'll be next month's Mini Prints of the Month. And I'll throw in little bits and tidbits that'll create a scene. actually might be an interesting contest, actually. Maybe that will be the contest, is make a diorama or put it on your layout using that 41-foot Detroiter, and we can create a little sort of contest around dioramas or something. So so that's where we're going, and that's a project I'm really excited about. Okay, couple of housekeeping things, and then I will get on to the new sticker announcement and the new contest announcement. Let me see what my next slide is here. Okay, so let me go back to that. You don't need to look at me. Let's go back to the presentation. All right. Okay, so the Lobster Boat, Lobster Boat, anyway, I was going to show you the Lobster Boat. Lobster Boat is done. We've added a ton of details to it. We've added things like life rings. We've added, believe it or not, fenders, like the bumpers to it. It's going to come chock-a-block filled with all sorts of details. I was going to put the Lobster Boat in the Mini Prints of the Month Club, but I think it's too specific to East Coast. So Lobster Boat's ready to go. I just have to get around to putting all the bits together, listing it. There was a question about the police figures. I was going to release the police figures that I talked about 2 broadcasts ago that go with the Rapido police cars. However, they've been delayed. So they're coming out, according to Rapido, they're coming out in April. So I'll work on them this month in March. They're being sold as an exclusive through Otter Valley. Rapido has said that they very graciously and very thankfully will promote them on their social media. So as soon as we get an idea of when Rapido is actually shipping the Impalas and the police cars, I will get those out to Otter Valley, and I will talk to Otter Valley about when they want to sort of start orders on those. But they're all going to be done uniquely through Otter Valley. It's the first time I've done an exclusive with an online brick and mortar. And it's an experiment. I also have designed bus drivers to go in the Rapido buses. So that'll be the next one to go in. And my hope is that if this, if it works and people like it, there will be lots of figures and fun things that'll be add-ons down the line. And certainly always open to suggestions. Okay, I've rambled on for more than long enough. So let's talk about the new sticker. So as many of you may know, and for those who have ordered from Mini Prints in the past, I like stickers, and I like including stickers with orders. So for everyone who places an order in the month of March, I have unveiled a new sticker. And actually the idea came from Brett, and the new sticker is, wow, talk about a reveal. Sweat the small stuff. So Brett was talking about, we were brainstorming things. He said, don't sweat the small stuff. And I said, no, what we do around here in Mini Prints is we sweat the small stuff. Like that is exactly my motto. So every order while supplies last for the month of March, you will get a Sweat the Small Stuff Mini Print sticker. And the contest will be if you post a picture of any of the Mini Print stickers. So if you've got any of the 3 previous stickers, or you get a Sweat the Small Stuff sticker, post a picture of a Mini Print sticker in any way, shape, or form, on a tumbler, on your layout, on your dog, doesn't matter. Post it to the Facebook page with the hashtag miniprints3D. So let me include that in the chat. Miniprints3D as a hashtag. Hashtag mini PRINTS3D. And you will be entered into a draw for a $50 US Mini Prints gift card, which I will do online real time on the next broadcast, which will be the first Wednesday of the month in April, which, by the way, is also our 2-year anniversary. So April 1st, April Fool's Day, is the day that Mini Prints started. And so this April 1st coming up will be our 2-year. So there'll be something we'll do for fun for that too. All right, so let's see. I've missed a few things here. So let's see, what have I missed? Trailer Park Boys, absolutely. We will have lots of fun with that. Forklifts, that's a great idea. Thank you, Mike. Question, when announcing which scales are we talking, or in the future, and are you going to say which scales? Okay, that's a great question. Okay, so all mini prints, Steve, are by definition, the minute any mini print comes out, it's always available in HO, S, and O scale. I have printed bigger than O scale occasionally on request, so there are a few things that exist in G scale, and my goal is to try and create everything in N scale if it will print. So there are some things that just will not print in N scale, but strangely and surprisingly and wonderfully, most things do. So I hope that every mini print going forward will be N, HO, S, and O. Mini Prints of the Month Club is HO only, and that's just for production efficiencies. But if there is something that you see that you want that does not exist in N scale, it either means I have not got to it yet, or no one has requested it, or I tried it and it didn't work. So absolutely 100%. Take a look at the miniprints.com webpage, and you'll find most things in N scale. Oh, I'm going to have to ban somebody. Uh-oh. Do we have a moderator on here? Because I'm getting, the N scalers are out of control again. All right. So that is the new sticker. Sweat the Small Stuff. That is the new contest. Between now and the next broadcast, if you have a mini print sticker, post it with a hashtag on the Facebook page, and you will immediately be entered into a $50 US gift card that will be drawn at the next broadcast. Okay. So that wraps it up for me. Believe it or not, it's 7:47, and by the time we answer a few questions and chat amongst ourselves, I think this might actually make it to the hour. I am a sponsor of the NERX, which is coming up in a couple weeks. If you are an NMRA member, I think you are able to go to it. I'm not sure if it's open to everybody. I think it might be. It's excellent. It really is a really great online event. So because I'm sponsoring it, and because I went last year and I love it, and because I love online conferences, I thought I'd give it a plug. I really do recommend it. There's some amazing clinics announced, and you can get some more information at nerx.org. As usual, all of my latest models, contests, etc., will all be posted on the Mini Prints Facebook page and the Mini Prints Instagram page. And I think that's pretty much everything I have here. I'm interested in, have I missed any comments, or is there anything? Oh, yes. Okay, that's a good one. Thank you, Sparky. Let's talk about this. May 20th to 22nd. That's really interesting. I haven't actually broached this subject with the family yet. I think it's something that I want more information on it. It doesn't look like it's too terrible a drive from Toronto. I'm guessing the border is going to be open. I'm hoping that geopolitical will allow it. And I think that could be really fun. So that's a conversation I need to have with the dogs, the wife, the kids, the sorted family members. And I'd like a little bit more information about accommodation and things like that. But I think that would be a really fun. I'm really interested in exploring that further. Al has asked a really good question. None of the items come painted with the exception of the cacti, which I thought might be fun to just give it a shot of primer. And I did paint the fire burn barrels and the potbelly stoves with a shot of black primer, just because it's really hard to paint when when I'm gluing the LEDs in. So you do need to paint all mini prints yourself. Now, it's super fun and it's super easy, and there are reasons why I don't print it, and I can go to paint it. I can go into that. But I do have a clinic online on the miniprints.com page about painting. And I'm certainly happy to post that link or show it to people if they're interested. Painting is really something I encourage people to do. It's not hard, and everyone has their own take on it. I'm an okay painter, but most of the mini prints that people get are painted way better than I could ever do it. Okay. Thank you, everyone. This has been like super fun. I really appreciate everybody joining. I'm really happy to answer any questions, or if anyone has any suggestions. That's pretty much what I want to share tonight. We'll be doing it again a month from now, drawing the winner for the sticker contest. Remember that everyone who places an order, this month gets a Sweat the Small Stuff. We definitely sweat the small stuff sticker. And here we go. I got rolls of them. So definitely, I hope you like it. I hope if you have any sticker ideas, I'm always looking for sticker ideas. So I like, it's fun. It's fun to put the stickers out. So if you have sticker ideas, let me know. If you have mini print ideas, let me know. If there's anything specifically that you like. Hey, the father-in-law's on. Hey, everybody. It's Handy Jim. That's my father-in-law. Welcome to the Mini Prints live broadcast from the miniature printer land. Sparky 107 has a video about his Strasbourg meet and greet on his YouTube channel. Yeah, so everyone check out, there's some great, everyone here, very involved. And Sparky 107 I owe a huge thanks to. He is one of my two StreamYard YouTube mentors, the other one being Human City Junction. Thank you guys for mentoring me in the world of YouTube. Hopefully they're getting better. And without any further ado, yeah. Thanks, Al. I like that one. Keep it little, make it big. Definitely. David, I have a page on the miniprints.com web stuff called Domestics, and that's domestic animals. If you're thinking about more farm stuff in terms of implements or equipment, shoot me some pictures. Bernard@miniprints.com. I would be very interested in what you are looking forward to seeing. Thank you, Carolina Foothills. That are kind words. I appreciate it. Look for your Mini Prints of the Month Club subscription to go out middle of the month. And then depending on mail and everything else, it usually arrives within a week or two after the 15th. I have Adirondack chairs. So there are Adirondack chairs on the miniprints.com, Adam. So just check out Muskoka chairs, or what we call them, or Adirondack chairs. You should be able to find them, or just chairs. If you search a website, you should be able to find them, and they'll go beautiful. But that's a great actual point. Adam and everyone else, if you can think of things that go with the trailers, I like the trailers because the year's 1959. So I figure those will be around for at least 30 years. So 59, 69, 79, 89. So we can go 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s in terms of details, people, figures, etc. With those trailers. So that should give a lot of fertile time, a lot of ideas to play with, lots of details. Sorry, I need more of this. What? Oh, all right. Lobster Boat. Yeah, tables. Jesse, we have bistro tables and picnic tables at miniprints.com. If there are other types of tables, let me know, and I will absolutely be more than happy to make them. So bistro tables come with 2 bistro chairs, picnic tables, but if I'm missing anything in the world of tables, I need to know. Okay. Anything else? Is it time to? Oh, thank you, Sparky107. I appreciate that. I'm going to, I think, finish my beer and shut it down from Miniature Printerland. If there are any other thoughts or ideas, always email me, or please, actually, if you email me, that's the best way of reaching me. There's also the Mini Prints newsletter, which I will get out within the next couple days. So if you haven't signed up for the Mini Prints newsletter, that's easy to do on the website, miniprints.com, and always posting stuff to YouTube and Facebook, as I have mentioned. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to finish up my delicious Earl Grey. I will see you same bat time, same bat channel, first Wednesday of every month next month. And I really, really appreciate you joining me. Thank you. It's always a lot of fun. And I am really looking forward to producing fun new minis and sweating the small stuff. Good night, everyone. Thanks.